Welcome back. We're going to give you the very latest on this tornado warning for Kent County near Hartley, just to the west of Dover. Dover not in the tornado warning, but it's just to the west of there, south and east of Smyrna. This is until 5 o'clock. If you live anywhere near Hartley, Route 44 or 300, you want to take shelter right now, go to the basement. If you don't have the basement, go to an interior hall or closet on the first level of your home. You want to avoid the windows. Stay and move indoors at least until the warning expires, which is 5 o'clock. The storm we are watching is this one in Kent County near Dover on Storm Tracker 6 Live double scan. As we go in a little bit closer here on the radar, we still have that hook that I was talking about just a few minutes ago that is now just about to approach Hartley. This is the part of the storm where there could be that tornado, a warning, meaning that radars indicated some spin in the atmosphere with the storm. Some of the towns it's heading towards Hartley, it would be 4:47, so that's another at least 4 minutes you have warning time. Our Wrights Crossroads at 4:47. I don't know if I say that word. Sinui Town, I think that's how you say it, 4:48, and then Davis's Corner at 4:51 as the storm sinks to the south and east. Also just to the north of Hartley, that is where we're seeing the most hail with the storm near Kenton. As we take a look at the storm relative velocity, as we flip double scan, because we have the technology in order to do so, to take the radar away, and now we're taking a look at the winds in the atmosphere. Wherever you see the green, that is wind that is heading towards our radar. The red is winds heading away from the radar. Those are opposite forces, so as they head away from one another, that's when you start to see the spin in the atmosphere. So when you see green backing up against the red here, that is not a good sign on the radar that there could be some pretty severe spin with this storm. Again, right now near Hartley, just to the south of 300, also right around Marydale. So again, Hartley and anywhere to the south and east, it's approaching and would be heading towards Woodside as well, and just to the north and east of Canterbury. 158 lightning strikes right now. We are not seeing a cylinder on our particular radar, but that doesn't mean anything. The cylinder is a confirmation that there is some rotation, but when you have the relative velocity with those colors like they are, and we have such small tornadoes in our region that they pop up so fast that sometimes the radar can scan by and misses it. But here we go. We take a look at Kenton and Hartley, where we're seeing all of that lightning and the severe hail right now. We close in a little bit closer. This is to the south and east of Route 13 of downtown Dover, just to the south of 300 right now near Kenton. That is where we have that upside down U, that hook in the radar where we could get that spin coming in again. So as you live right along this area to the north of Marydale in central and northern parts of Kent County, you want to take shelter because this warning is in effect until 5 o'clock tonight. So we'll continue to watch this as it pushes into Kent County as it is moving away from Maryland right now. And we bring in meteorologist Cecily Tynan with a little bit more on this really nasty storm.
That's right. And this isn't the only storm, but this is the one storm where the radar has detected the possibility of that rotation. So again, in case you haven't been watching, we do want to let you know a tornado warning is in effect until 5 o'clock tonight for northwestern Kent County, Delaware, near Hartley, south and west of Smyrna. If you live in this location, you want to get indoors immediately. This is a very dangerous storm system. You really do want to take this seriously. What do you do if there's a tornado? Well, first thing, if you have a basement, go inside. If you don't have a basement, you want to get to a closet or interior hall. The key is that you can avoid the windows. With a tornado, get the very strong wind gusts, and that will break any windows. Get indoors immediately. Do not get in your car. Do not try to outrun a tornado. Really, the worst place you can possibly be is in your car. So again, that tornado warning is in effect until 5 o'clock. I want to show you a wider view on Storm Tracker 6 Live double scan that this is surely not the only dangerous storm we have. We have a cold front that's moving in from the west, and this is what is firing up the strong storms. We have widespread reports of hail, especially in Chester and Berks counties. Some of this hail is big as golf balls, causing a lot of problems on the roads. And I do want to also, if we can show you that we have well, I'll just tell you, we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 o'clock. After about 10 o'clock, everything will die down as that cold front passes. But until then, we do have more strong storms on the way. We'll have more details coming up in a few moments. Back to you. All right. Back to Adam.
Yes, well, We'll keep it going, Cecily. Let's bring Adam back in.
Yeah.
Adam, we're keeping you on, of course, because we want people to know that they do not have to wait until they see or hear this.
Right.
Move to the interior location, the lowest location of your home right now, because this is extremely severe weather, tornado or not.
Right, exactly where Hartley is, because number one, you have a tremendous amount of lightning. Within this storm in the last 15 minutes, 221 lightning strikes. This storm has exploded with its lightning and also the hail that is now hitting the ground just to the north of Hartley and kind of in between Hartley and Route 13. It is sliding just to the south and east of Dover right now. If there was a spin, if there is in fact a tornado or a funnel trying to develop with this storm, it would be in downtown Hartley at this present time. That is the section of the storm, the path that it's moving on right now, where this tornado could possibly be on the ground, because a warning again means that the radars indicated some spin in the atmosphere near Greenbrier at 4:50 p.m., Peterson's Quarter at 4:51, Hourglass at 4:51, Smith Crossroads coming in at 4:52, and Chapeltown at 4:53. Again, we've been showing you the storm relative velocity. This is probably rather new verbiage to you because we don't use it all that often in this region with tornadoes. But this, when you take a look at the reds and also the greens, this is where there is winds that is moving towards the radar. That would be the green. You see that very bright green, what is split right now between Hartley and Marydale, just to the south of Route 44. Maybe if you can close in a little bit closer exactly where this green is right now, that's backing up against the red. The red would be winds moving away from the radar. And since they're moving in opposite forces, that's when you start to turn the wind with this very severe thunderstorm. So this is exactly where it could be, where you're seeing those differing colors in the storm relative velocity. Paul, maybe if we can close in a little closer towards Hartley and Marydale here. Paul, he's our meteorologist and weather producer here at the station. There it is. You can see that bright green just to the north and east of Marydale, and Hartley is right where this 6 is to the north, and that is where you have the winds going opposite forces, where the tornado could be on the ground right now. In particular, we'll put a road on here, and let me take off the drawing, and that is Slaughterton Station Road bisecting Halltown Road. This is the possibility of where the tornado could be on the ground, where we're seeing the winds moving away and towards the radar. I bring in meteorologist Cecily Tynan. Again, we look at this when there's storms in the Midwest, not a lot of times here, but this is a classic indication that we have that rotation.
Exactly. When we have a rotation like this, you really do want to take this very seriously and get indoors, get shelter, get to your safe area. But Storm Tracker 6 Live double scan showing this is not the only severe storm we have cropping up. We've got them all across the region. What's going on? There's a cold front that's moving in from the west, and the combination of that colder air moving in and the fact that we had some sunshine today, a day like today, when you get the bright sunshine, that really fuels the upward motion of the air, and that fuels a strong storm. So I do want to zoom in on some of these storms right now, and these are definitely more populated areas than the one down in Delaware. And you can see right over Swedesboro right now, we've had a total of 106 lightning strikes. This system is all heading to the south and east. It's just north of Woodstown right now. Glassboro, you're in the track of the storm system. Elmer, also Malaga. These storms, not only do we have the dangerous lightning, we have the torrential rain and also a lot of reports of hail, and this hail has been causing a lot of damage. So that is a storm track right there. These are the communities in the path of the storm system: Monroeville, Harding, Clayton, Fries Mill, Franklinville, and Porchtown. If you live in these communities, you definitely want to get the kids, want to get the pets indoors, get to a safe spot, because these are definitely dangerous storm systems. And really, on a day like today, we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for our entire viewing area until 10. When the skies get dark, when you hear a rumble of thunder, even if it feels like or hears like it's far away, you want to get indoors. Here's another cell right now. This is north of Exton. The past 15 minutes, we've had 54 lightning strikes associated with this. It's crossing Route 100 right now. It's heading very close to Phoenix. Huntsville, Malvern, you'll be getting the storm system. All of these storms are moving to the southeast. So along Route 202, you're in the path of that storm system. You want to get indoors immediately. As we also do another zoom, Lancaster and Chester counties, we have a very intense storm, a cell to the south and the west of Oxford. 141 lightning strikes in the past 15 minutes with this, and you can see the heavy downpours associated with this. I think we're going to have a lot of damage from the hail from these storm systems, because this actual cold front will not be moving through until later on tonight. So between now and 10 o'clock, we are in the path of these storm systems, so you really do need to take this very seriously. Here's the severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 o'clock tonight for our entire viewing area. If you see the sunshine right now, it doesn't mean that you're out of the woods. It actually means that sunshine is providing more fuel. So any of these storm systems will have gusts that could be higher than 58 miles per hour. That'll cause some damage. Also, large hail. We've got a lot of pictures from this, and lightning. And lightning is very dangerous. If the kids have a lacrosse game, they have a practice this afternoon, you really do want to keep your eye to the sky. If you don't have the Storm Tracker 6 app yet, a good idea to download this, because this is definitely a very dangerous storm system. I think Adam, Joseph, heading back to Shirlene and Brian right now. We have a lot of information to give you a little more at 5 o'clock.
You know, and this is one of those instances, Cecily, where that app really can be life-saving. If you're outside, you don't have a TV, you can keep up with what radar as it's happening. Cecily's been mentioning this hail. This is imagery of it. Video coming into us from Reading, Berks County. The hail, hard to gauge the size of it in this video, but trust me, we've been seeing hail golf ball size, baseball size. It is incredibly dense and causing a tremendous amount of damage. And Charlene, I think we're getting reports of power outages there.
Yes, and not only is it causing damage to vehicles, it is also bringing down power lines. 800 power outages are being reported in Reading due to this storm. So this is just a mess out there. We're going to bring meteorologist Adam Joseph back in to bring us more. Adam?
Yeah, we were showing images yesterday from Denver of the hail covering the ground looking like snow. And today it's in our region, and most of these storms are releasing a lot of hail. The tornado warning continues until 5 o'clock for Kent County. But as we take a look at Storm Tracker 6 Live double scan with the storm that prompted the tornado warning, all right, 5:15. Okay, it has now just been extended until 5:15 for Kent County with this particular storm. We originally saw a hook. So if you're in Hartley, Canterbury, especially Canterbury and Woodside, get in the lowest level of your home right now. It's a basement, first floor, away from windows, interior closets until at least 5:15. If there was a tornado, in fact, on the ground with this particular storm, it is now south of Hartley. So if you're in Hartley, you are cleared right now of the storm. All right, so we did see a funnel cloud. Thanks, Cecily. All right, so a funnel cloud was reported in Hartley when this storm passed through. A storm reporter putting in that they did see a funnel cloud with this. As we take a look at the storm relative velocity, again, we're looking for that bright green to be backed against some of the darker and brighter reds. And there you can see Marydale right on the border of Delaware and Kent County. That is the border. It's just to the east of there, right around Tower Road and Bryant's Corner Road. That intersection, if you're very familiar with it in this region, this is where the possibility of a tornado on the ground. Also, Westville Road. That is where we're starting to see those winds, and Pine Tree Road. If you know anyone in this region, give them a call on the cell phone and tell them to take shelter first level of their home. Also, they want to go to the basement if they have one. So this is the corner we're watching where we're seeing the green, which again is winds that's moving towards our radar. The reds are winds that are moving away from the radar. When you have that going on back to back, and then we got a refreshed imagery. So all right, so this is now just moved to the south. So if we can push the radar down a little bit, I can tell you exactly where we're seeing this. And this is the first time I'm really seeing that green backing against the red even closer near Darling Farm Road. That is the very latest imagery. Our radar is so fast that it basically updates immediately. So this is the very latest live imagery you're seeing with the storm relative velocity heading towards Foxhole Road, Mill Road. This is moving to the south and east at speeds of about 30 miles an hour. Another road here is Honeysuckle Road. If you know this region, this is where the possibility of that tornado passing through, where you're seeing those colors backing against one another. Let's bring in, once again, the radar and take a look at the radar with this imagery. And another thing you want to look at, maybe if we widen out a little bit from Fox Hill Road, again, Mud Mill Road and Honeysuckle Road, if we widen out a little, there you can start to see some of that hooking going on. Here's Woodside and also Canterbury. This is sinking to the south and east, so if you are in Woodside or Canterbury in that region, you want to take shelter because the tornado, if there was one indeed on the ground, and we're going to go as if there is one at this moment, it would not be where you see the brightest colors on the radar right now. It would be where you see this hook coming in, because that's where the winds siphon into this particular storm. So it would move just to the south and west of Woodside and Canterbury, but too close to call. So that's where you want to take shelter. Again, Willow Grove at 4:58, Petersburg right at 5 o'clock, Derby Shores at 5:01, Bacon's at 5:01, Woodside at 5:03, and then Whitehall at 5:05. Another town that it is pressing towards is Frederica in the central parts of Kent County. All this is just to the west of Dover as it pulls to the south and east. Right now, the lightning with this storm up to 339 lightning strikes in 15 minutes. This is an extremely dangerous storm with respect to the lightning, with respect to the hail, with respect to wind, and also the possibility of that tornado. We are seeing that hook right here. So again, that is where you get the winds to siphon in. It would not be to the north side of Woodside. It would not be to the north side of Canterbury or Frederica. It would be on the southern end of there. And once again, we bring in that mode that we flip over to double scan. The beauty of this, we can look at the atmosphere in so many different ways now with this radar. There you can see the green, which is backing up against the red. It is just to the west of Woodside, to the north and east of Canterbury, approaching Route 13 near Canterbury and west of Frederica. That is where the possibility of a tornado that is spinning up, since we do have reports that there was a funnel cloud spotted in Hartley. I want to bring in meteorologist Cecily Tynan with a little more. You gave me the report of this funnel cloud. I don't know what else you're seeing from reports too.
It was 4:41 today. A funnel cloud in Hartley. There we go. 4:41 today. They did report a funnel cloud spotted in Hartley, Delaware. We were on the air before that. These thunderstorm warning, the tornado warning, I should say, was posted at 4:30 this afternoon. That cell was moving out of Maryland. These are the communities in the path of that storm: Willow Grove, Petersburg, Derby Shores, Bacon's, Woodside, and Whitehall. And again, that tornado warning has been extended until 5:15 today. Even if you're north of this, you can see all the lightning, 352 lightning strikes. Also, we have reports of a lot of reports of golf ball size hail and damaging winds with these storm systems. So really, you do want to get inside. You can see Woodside right now. Reports of some very heavy downpours, some lightning strikes. I want to show the broader view, Paul, our meteorologist over there, and show that we have a lot of storms that are firing right now. So the tornado warning, of course, we're focused on that, but we do have severe thunderstorm warnings cropping up across our area. This one cell over Exton, and Exton about an hour ago was hit very hard with a lot of hail. And you can see how this cell right north of Exton, Malvern, you're getting it right now. The past 15 minutes, we've had 39 lightning strikes associated with that. It is heading towards Media. Media already having reports of the hail and the heavy downpours. So Leopard, Tangai, Whitehorse, Willistown, Plumsock, and Arrowwold all in the path of this dangerous storm system. Edgemont as well. We're actually updating this live on the air. Gradyville, Newtown Square, Lima, and Broomall and Wyola all in the path of the storm system. Paul, I do want to show a few other storm systems and a few more cells. What's going on? We've got a cold front that's moving in from the west. It's pretty amazing because last night on Action News at 11, I was showing pictures from Denver, Colorado of 3 to 5 inches of hail. And now we're getting a lot of reports of the hail really covering the ground here. It just shows the tremendous strength of the storm system. This one real elongated cell moving in South Jersey, north of Woodstown, Glassboro. It's just passed through Swedesboro. It's crossing Route 40 right now. 162 lightning strikes associated with this. And you notice the movement of these storm systems. They're all moving generally to the south and the east, but they're not moving all that quickly. So we do have the threat of some torrential rain, but really the main threat with these storm systems, the fact that we're seeing a lot of damaging hail, and we're also seeing the very strong wind gusts. So Willow Grove, Malaga, Plainville, Romanville, Pleasantville, and Newfield, you are all in the path of the storm system. If you live in these communities, you do want to get inside. But even if you don't, when you see the sky get dark on a day like today, when we have a powerful cold front moving in, when you hear a rumble of thunder, you really want to get inside, get the kids kids, get the pets inside, and move to a safe place away from any windows. Malaga, you see Buna as well. And we do have another tornado warning. Oh, good news. Kent County tornado warning has expired. So that's good news for Kent County. But again, we do have a lot of powerful storm systems. You want to show one more? And one more cell, Paul? Do we have another cell that we want to show? You can see on Storm Tracker 6 Live, this is lighting up. We don't get a lot of storms like this where we get the reports of widespread reports of hail. This one right now north of Horsham, compared to the other ones, it doesn't look that strong, but it's crossing Route 611. It's definitely going to be a tough evening commute to get home. Pack your patience if you're driving anywhere tonight, because it really is very tough with these blinding heavy downpours. The past 15 minutes, 7 lightning strikes associated with this, but we do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for our entire viewing area until 10 o'clock tonight. So any storm, we're getting the scattering of storms. Any storm could have wind gusts more than 58 miles per hour. That'll cause some damage. Large hail, we've already had a lot of that, and also dangerous lightning. So definitely do want to get indoors. Let's head back over to Adam Joseph. Adam.
All right, Cecily, thank you very much. And once the sun sets, we'll start to see these storms really fall apart. But as you mentioned, we don't typically see storms that produce as much hail as they've had in our region. And one of the reasons is the cold front Cecily was mentioning, but also because these storms are not in a line or a bow segment along one another, since they're separated and they're kind of peppered through the region here and there, they can take in a lot of air, these updrafts. So that's why they can become so strong, because they are so scattered. But again, let's go down to Kent County. We want to go down to Kent County because that is where the tornado warning has expired. Just to show you the radar in Kent County as that pushed to the south and east of Hartley. That tornado warning was issued around 4:33. Then once it was reissued at 4:54 to extend it, the good news here is that it just expired. So as I head to Storm Tracker 6 Live double scan, that storm, number one, it is still producing a tremendous amount of electricity. Although the tornado warning has expired, we're talking 345 lightning strikes in 15 minutes. This storm has strengthened when you're talking about the amount of electricity being released by it over Canterbury right now and Route 13 in Dover. It is probably a deafening sound of just constant thunder and seeing constant lightning flashes, and also the hail with this storm now to the south and east of Canterbury, kind of split between 13 and 113. And we take a look at the radar and we flipped a different mode here. We're taking a look at the hail mode on double scan live, and when you see black on the radar, which doesn't happen all that often in our region, we're looking at the possibility of 2-inch hail in diameter. That's about probably golf ball size, what we saw in Berks County that created all that damage with bursting out the windows of the cars and also some of the skylights and some of the malls in that area of Berks County. Even some 2-inch hail now to the south and east of Hartley and west of Dover as it sinks to the south and east. But again, this is not the only storm. Maybe if we widen out and double scan, can we take a look at some of the other storms with respect to its hail? We take a look right now in Woodstown, south of Swedesboro. You don't see black on the radar, but even here near Woodstown heading towards Elmer, we're talking hail the size of 1.5 inches in diameter. So Rick and Monica, this particular storm here in southern parts of New Jersey and even some still in Chester County near Exton and Malvern, really meaning business. We'll take a look at the radar and get back to you a little bit more on some of these severe storms that are passing through.
All right, thank you so much, Adam. Monica Malpass here with Rick Williams. Of course, we're continuing to follow that severe weather that is bringing the lightning, the hail, and of course the severe rain to our area, and it's also impacting air travel.
That's right. The dangerous storm system has caused delays at Philadelphia International Airport as we look live from Sky 6 HD right now, but it is also causing another problem. Reportedly, we're told an aircraft is returning to the ground here at PHL because of a cracked windshield. The pilot is reporting a crack in the windshield of that aircraft, and it is now returning to ground here at Philadelphia International Airport. Perhaps that windshield cracked because of the hail from the storm area. We're still trying to confirm that. But again, this dangerous weather system causing many problems at Philadelphia International Airport. We're following the story again of an aircraft that is returning to ground at the airport because of a cracked windshield. We're trying to determine exactly where it was going at the time. But again, officials are saying this is an alert 1, which is the lowest alert. So, of course, we are following the story for you and bringing you more information from Philadelphia International as it becomes available.
And this is a look at the hail that was the first wave of this severe system. A viewer sent us this video as the system made its way over Redding, Berks County. Golf ball size hail has been falling in the Lehigh Valley. And again, you know, tornado warnings had been in place until a couple of minutes ago in Kent County.
Meantime, let's look live now from Mobile 6 on the go here on the Blue Route heading south near Westchester Pike. And as you can see, the roadways are somewhat soggy right now, but not a lot of problems as far as the commute is concerned. Visibility was a problem somewhat earlier when the heavy rain was falling, but right now it is not a bad commute. But again, you do want to be careful when you head out because those storms could pop up anywhere. And of course, we are following the situation. We'll get the very latest from our team of meteorologists as this weather system progresses throughout the evening.
All right, let's get more on the traffic now. Matt Pellman in the Action News Traffic Department. Hi, Matt.
And these storms are barreling through and leaving damage in their wake this afternoon, Rick and Monica. Here in the Exton area of Chester County, it started raining once again. You see the dark skies, you see the wet roadways, and you see a crash here along the southbound side of 202 at 401 right in the work zone. Have to watch these work zones especially because sometimes the drainage in these areas isn't so good. So when the rain comes down really quickly, you have a lot of ponding and puddling, and it's very easy to hit those puddles and go sliding. Perhaps that's what happened here along the southbound lanes of 202. This is causing a backup, and in the wake of those storms, we're seeing other accidents and other damage. There's a crash here in West Vincent along 401 at St. Matthews Road in Chester County. Some downed wires in Westchester to watch out for are along Franklin Street at Rosedale Avenue. And down around Concord Township, we're getting reports of a whole bunch of downed trees and wires. Portions of Route 1, Baltimore Pike southbound, as well as Thornton Road and busy 322 coming away from Baltimore Pike are all blocked off at this point because of a collection of downed trees and wires. In Penn Township, Chester County, it's a crash that we're watching along Kelton Road near Dutton Farm Lane. Just a bit ago, I was watching our cameras in Delco along 95, and we couldn't see some of them because the rain was coming down so hard. Now you can see the sun's back out. That's what I mean. These things are moving through very quickly. This is I-95 right at the Delaware state line, and you see some northbound slowing as you head up toward the Commodore Barry Bridge and eventually Philadelphia International Airport. Locked up traffic here. The road remains somewhat wet, but at least the storms have moved away from this area for the moment. So no rain coming down right now. But yeah, those speeds are still down. We also had storms barreling through Bucks County, and we have a downed tree as a result in Springfield Township. Old Bethlehem Road shut down at Roundhouse Road, 212 a possible alternate. And in and around the city, it's still mostly dry, but with abysmal speeds on the Schuylkill. 8 miles per hour. Sounds like fun, right, Rick and Monica?
Not so much.
Sure, Matt. Whatever you say.
Okay.
And this note, remember to download the free 6ABC Storm Tracker app. We'll send alerts right to your phone or tablet whenever a watch or warning is posted for your neighborhood. It's available in the Apple and Google app stores.
And we'll be right back taking a break. Much more Action News and coverage of our storm in a moment.
Okay.